Hello, Amazing All Stars. Today is Wednesday, February 2nd. Let's find out what is on our number corner calendar. We started talking about congruent shapes and how we could actually share and identify if they were congruent or not. Let's find out what we'll see on today's card. Wow, let me make this a little bit bigger. We have two shapes, two rectangles. So it's the same shape. But if you look at shape A and shape B, are they the same size? If they are not the same size, then they are not congruent. They have to be the same shape and the same size. So these two are not congruent. We will put that information on our calendar grid. If we look at our calendar grid, we had yesterday's shape where we had 2-1. It was yesterday's date. We had a triangle yesterday, and we had a triangle with both shapes. We had three sides. Oh, and we have to talk about our vertices. We'll talk about that when we go back to this one. Let's go back to our shape. And I want to mention one more thing to you, All Stars, is I want you to learn as much as you can about these shapes. When we talk about vertices with our shapes, vertices is another way of saying corners, where two sides come together. Where they meet at a point is called a vertice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices with this triangle, and with this rectangle, and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices with this rectangle. So now we have 4 vertices that we're going to add to this when we talk about this shape. So for today, we have 2-2. That's today's date. Our shape today was a rectangle. This month's calendar will definitely remind us of those different shapes and the proper name for them, which is very important. 4 sides on a rectangle, 4 vertices. We found out that shape A was not congruent. Not congruent. And there is a special little mark, not congruent to B. Okay? A is not congruent to B. And I can write it this way. Shape A is not congruent to shape B. And we'll make sure all of this is in the middle. There we go. Make it big enough for you to see. So now we said both shapes were rectangles. We have 4 sides for each, 4 vertices for each, and shape A is not congruent to shape B. Is not. When it is congruent, we have an equal sign with a squiggly line over it saying it is congruent. If it is not congruent, we still have the equal sign and a squiggly line above it, but then we cross it out to let the readers know it is not congruent. We'll go back up to our number corner. Talk about adding another day in school. So now we have 93 days that we've been in school together. We'll change this to 3. do that, we have now said that 93 days in school, the number word 93, 9 groups of 10, and 3 ones. We have 70 plus 10, which is 80, plus 10 more, which is 90, plus 3 makes 93. We have 9 dimes and 3 pennies to help us get that 93. All right, all stars. The last thing we're going to do is a new activity where we are going to collect cubes each week, and we'll find out how many cubes we collect all together. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We didn't collect any yesterday, so I'm going to actually spin the wheel twice to see how many we collect for yesterday and today. It landed on the number 4. So I'm going to start off with 4 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 cubes here. And that was for yesterday's spin. So let's see how many we have for this spin today. And I like zooming in so you can see the number. It landed on the number 2. So we'll add 2 more cubes for this day. This week, rather. 1, 2. So far we've collected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes for this week. We are going to continue to add more each day this week, and we'll find out how many we have at the end of the week in total. All stars, I'd like you today to count from the number 100 all the way up to the number 120. And then once you reach the number 120, I'd like you to count backward from the number 120 all the way to 100. I know you can do it. Off you go.